In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to upload a video onto YouTube. This works on both PC and on Mac. The first thing you want to do is head over to studio.youtube.com and sign on into your YouTube account. Here, this is my YouTube studio. This is where you can manage all of your existing and upcoming content. In the right-hand corner, you'll see there's a few options to upload, to go live, or to create a post. I like actually using the create option in the top right hand corner above that. I'm going to select on this and it's going to show me even more options. The first thing I want to do is select on upload videos. This dialog box is going to pop up and you can either drag and drop a video onto here, or you can choose on select files. If we go select files, it's going to open up our file explorer, then head over to where you save that video. I have mine saved in my documents and then in my completed video section. And I want to upload this latest video, how to use sum and SUMIF in Excel, and simply select on open. This is going to take a few minutes to upload. Obviously, the bigger or smaller your video, the faster it will upload. And then, of course, you see the total uploads on the bottom here, showing how long it's going to take. I have an extension installed called vidIQ, so that you might see a few more things on my screen than you would on yours. Like on the left-hand side here, it gives me ideas for my thumbnail, my title, and overall score, all that sort of stuff. And because I've been doing YouTube for a while, I also get the option of A/B testing thumbnails, titles, and a few extra things. But if you don't have this, don't worry. As you continue on your YouTube journey, you will unlock these things, or you can go ahead and start using vidIQ straight away. Just go ahead and download it as a separate install. Cool. So the first thing we want to do is add a title. This has already pulled the title from the export of my video, which was how to use sum and SUMIF in Excel. I am going to tweak this a bit because I want to add in the year just to let people know that this is a really recent video. Cool. As I scroll down, I have preset descriptions on here. I'm not going to show you how to do this today. You can set that up when you build your full YouTube studio. But what you want to do in the description section is, of course, add a description of your video. So I'm going to type a quick description. I've written, in this video, I'll teach you how to use the sum and SUMIF formulas in Excel. And then I'm going to add my video timestamps as well. I'm going to hit enter just to create a bit of space. Actually, I'm going to do this underneath everything. So I'm going to scroll down, enter. I'm going to type in the word timestamps, hit on the ellipses, or the colon, and then you have to start your timestamps with 0, 0, 0. And I've actually got my timestamps already over here. I'm just going to copy and paste these, so that my video will automatically have the timestamps stamped so people can jump to different sections. I also like putting in 2 or 3 hashtags in here. So I'm going to type in hashtag Microsoft, hashtag Excel, hashtag tutorial. Just so it helps people point more detail to what video they are creating. If you are using a tool like vidIQ, you can also use things like their free suggested descriptions, and this will help you create more of a full description. vidIQ has a free or a paid service. I have the free one, so I get 1 free suggestion per day, but I'm going to use just the basic one for this example. As we scroll down, I am going to select on my thumbnail. So I can either use one that I've already created. I could auto generate one, and this will go through my video and it's going to find a still that YouTube thinks could be good for that thumbnail. But because I want to add my own thumbnail and I've already created it, I'm simply going to select on upload a file. And then I'm going to go to my downloads and then just open up my how to use SUMIF. You can see here I have 2 thumbnails that I want to put in here. So instead of just uploading one of them, what I'm actually going to use is the A/B testing. So this is where I can choose to test a title, a thumbnail and a title, or a title. So this is where I can choose to A/B test either a title and keep the thumbnail the same, test a few different thumbnails with the same title, or have a few different titles and thumbnails. In this example, I'm just going to add in a different thumbnail. I'm going to keep the title the same. So I'll select on add thumbnail, go down to my downloads and choose thumbnail 1 and have an option of thumbnail too as well. Now, YouTube is going to show the thumbnails to different people, and it will tell me in about 2 weeks which was the more selected thumbnail. You can choose up to 3 options here to A/B test, but I've just got 2 for now. Now I'm going to set on set test. And now we have 2 different versions of that thumbnail popped up. If I wanted to, I could add this video to a playlist. So I actually have a course because I create a little how-to content on Microsoft Excel. So I'm going to drop it in my Microsoft Excel course, which is just the playlist, and select on done. Then I'm going to say this is not made for kids because this video is not directed for children. But if you are creating content for kids, make sure you select on the yes, it is. And then, of course, if I wanted to add age restriction, I could, but this content is open for everybody. If I've got paid products and endorsements, I could say, yes, I have that, but I don't in here. I'm not collaborating with any brands, and I do not have any altered footage or AI, so I'm going to select on no. If I've collaborated with someone, I could also choose to invite them in, but haven't done that today. And then everything else here, I keep pretty much as allow automatic. Next, I'm going to add in a few tags, which is going to make it a bit easier for more people to understand what the video is about when they're using search. Again, I use vidIQ, so that gives me a few options here. Then I'll create some of my own tags as well. Cool, I've added a few more tags in. You can add up to 500 characters. I've put in 339. For me, that's pretty good, and we'll keep scrolling through. I don't have to edit any of these, like the language, the recording date, or the licensing, but you can if you need to. Definitely choose to select the category in which your video most commonly fits. This again just helps people find it in YouTube, shares it with the right audience. And you can, of course, choose to adjust the comments and the ratings and the moderation. I keep all these as pretty standard. And then I will leave the option of show how many viewers like this video on. Then I'm going to select on next. Because I'm monetized, I can choose to have this video as monetized or not. So I'll turn this on. Because it's under 8 minutes, I can't actually change where any of the ads are placed. If you make videos 8 minutes or longer, you can actually add more or adjust the mid-roll ads during your video. Now I'm going to select on next, and it's going to ask about the ad suitability. If I have anything like inappropriate language, adult content, violence, shocking content, things that are unreliable or anything like that, you want to select on what your video has. And then, of course, if you have none of these, which my video doesn't, I'll scroll down to the bottom, select none of the above, and then hit on the submit ratings option. You don't want to lie in this section here because you don't want to get any strikes against your YouTube account. Then I'm going to select on next. Now it's going to ask me to add in things like video elements, like my ads, my end screens, cards, if I wanted to. Because I use pretty much the same end screen promos for every video, I'm going to select on import from video. This will pull it from my last video. It has a few options here as well that I can choose. I sort of like using one video and one subscribe button, but if you wanted to add different elements, you could just hit the element option, and you could add another link to a video, a playlist, a channel, a link, anything like that. But I'm going to keep it as a subscribe button on the right and a video best for viewer on the left. You can, of course, move these around the screen, but I think in the corners is probably the best. And then you can, of course, choose how early or how late this subscribe option pops in. I've got it set to popping in at the 5 minute and 1 second mark, and it goes for 20 seconds. But you can, of course, make it a bit shorter if you wanted to, or you could even have them stagnate. So video best for viewer pops up, and then the subscribe option pops up. But I'm just going to keep them standard and hit save. Awesome. If you wanted to add more cards to promote other things in your video, you can. So if we select on add card, I might want to add in a channel, a playlist, or a video. So maybe in the playlist option, I'm actually going to add a link to my Excel playlist, and I'm going to drag this guy. So at around the 1 minute 40 second mark, it's going to pop up in the top right hand corner, encouraging people to select on that playlist, that video, whatever it may be. And you can add a custom message or a teaser text. I'm going to say, check out my Excel tutorial playlist. Because the message cannot be longer than 30 characters, let's cut it down to just Excel tutorial playlist. Cool. Then let's hit save on that. Now that we're all done with that, we're going to select on next and we're going to choose the visibility. This has told us that all the checks have done. There's no copyright, there's no ag issues. So let's hit next one more time. And this is where you can choose to keep the video private, where you can create a link and just share it directly to people. You can make it unlisted, so anyone that has the link can view it, but you need the link to see it. You can make it a members only video, so people have to subscribe and pay for your channel. But I like putting things as public. And then if I scroll down, I'm just going to select a date for it to be launched. And I might set this to go to tomorrow at midnight. Totally fine with me. Hit schedule. And then I can grab a copy of that video link and paste it somewhere now for someone to watch. If not, it's going to be launched January 28th at midnight. Now I'm going to select on close. If I go to my content section on the left-hand side, I can go ahead and edit this video here. So I can change when it's scheduled to launch. I can change monetization, or if I want to make some edits here, I can choose on the details option. And then I can go through and maybe change the title, change the description, change the thumbnail, whatever it is here. And any changes you make, simply select on save or undo your changes. And it is that easy to upload videos onto YouTube. Of course, if you like this video, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. If you want to supercharge your computer, hit that subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.